Hello and welcome to Ringo Rama. My guest today is the host of I Know, a solo Beatles podcast. It's Hudson Ranney. And today we're gonna talk about the top 11, aka top all Ringo Beatles songs.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Can I just bring up a couple Beatle news related items?
Yeah, let's get some news in there.
Me coming in Ken Michaels style. I just want to briefly mention the Hulu McCartney documentary. What did you think of that being in a Hulu?
I'm excited for it. I hope it's something like Anthology, but they're actually going into the Masters.
Yeah, but the thing is that there's not even Hulu in the man's native country.
Maybe it'll be on like ITV or something.
Yeah, I don't know what ITV is, but
it's just basically like British TV.
Yeah, but I'm excited for this, and yeah, obviously Plastic Ono band released. We're still waiting on All Things Must Pass, but we do.
Oh, I don't think it's gonna come. George Camp is very slow.
Yeah. Ahem early takes volume 2. Ahem.
Oh man, I just love to hear like an early take a soft hearted hand or something. Come on, George Camp.
Yeah, but yeah, I think that's all we have for news, really.
Yeah, there's not much Ringo news because Ringo Camp. It's like the desert with the tumbleweed going across. That's the Ringo Camp.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so let's just get straight into the list. Do you want to go first since you're the guest?
Sure.
So what's your number 11?
This is a worst Beatles song for me. Hands down, my least favorite Beatles song of all time. What Goes On?
Well, I think it's a pretty good number.
Oh, it goes on too long. As you may know,
What goes on?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the UK Rubber Soul. It's probably my least favorite Beatles album.
Surprising. Honestly. The worst Beatles album, in my opinion, is Let It Be.
But I mean, I'm also the guy who says that Paul's solo career is better than what they did in a group. So don't count on my opinions. But
Figure 8 is better than a good amount of the Paul Beatles songs, but it's a completely different ballpark. It's like a whole different thing.
But it's credited to Lennon McCartney style.
Because they used to do What Goes On in the Cavern, and Ringo just finished it up.
Yeah, it was just cute. It's fun, but it's just terrible. I'm sorry. I hate that song.
My number 11 is a song called Boys from the Please Please Me album. It's a bit of a rocker. I guess it's just not my thing. It's just a cover, and I feel like they could have done a little better. They could have written something for him, but I guess it was part of their Cavern live show, and even Pete Best did Boys.
Yeah, Please Please Me is an album that I think is underrated. I like it a lot more than you do. It doesn't fit on the album, I don't think.
Yeah, I feel like it fits perfectly, but Please Please Me isn't their best work.
Because the Capitol albums are king. But we won't get into a fist
I
fight.
could have brought the Capitol albums up, but I only brought my UK presses to show.
Sounds like you're not getting an invitation back on my podcast.
Okay, Beatles 6 is good. I have a mini LP of Beatles 6, but of course I don't have it here. I got a mini LP of McCartney 3, but no Beatles 6.
Excuses. Children these days. I'm kidding.
Oh, it's back there. I can see it. I'll grab it.
This makes my show look.
So what's your number 10?
My number 10 is Honey Don't.
Honey Don't? All right. It's a Carl Perkins cover.
I love it. Beatles for Sale.
Beatles for sale.
A fantastic album. It's, I like all these songs now. It it's just it's there, but it's not. It doesn't do anything for me. And I'll be completely honest. Ringo is my least favorite out of the four Beatles.
At least here it's John.
What?
He doesn't have a good solo career.
He's a great solo career.
I don't know. Paul's got every solo album is amazing. George has got a lot of really good stuff, like All Things Was Past Cloud 9. That's the best Beatles solo albums. Ringo's got all these nice albums with Mark Hudson, and John Lennon's got some pretty bad albums he did in Los Angeles in the 70s.
Ooh, we'll take this outside. It just doesn't do anything. Doesn't do it for me, personally. What's your number 10?
My number 10 is Matchbox from the EP Long Tall Sally.
Good, because that's my number 9.
Yeah, so Matchbox, what's your take on it?
It's fun. It's exciting.
Another Carl Perkins cover.
And yeah, I wish they would write more. They wrote more original stuff in their early period, because I like that early period a lot. I think
He does open some of his shows with it now, which I like that, because it's kind of a Beatle deep cut.
Have you seen Ringo live in concert or any Beatle?
I've seen Paul.
When?
2015 Out There tour. He was doing Temporary Secretary.
Oh, lucky. Where did you see him?
Just at my local sports arena.
Oh, nice.
I was gonna see I was thinking about, like, next time Ringo comes here, I'm definitely gonna see him. But I wasn't a big Ringo fan back in 2018, the last time he came to my city.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good. I don't remember what U.S. album it was on. I think
it's on second album.
Oh, it is?
Because the Long Tall Sally EP is kind of smidged on the second album.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. I thought it was on something new, but yeah.
Something New's all Hard Day's Night stuff and a couple with the Beatles songs.
Yeah, I get confused sometimes with those albums, even though I love them.
Yeah. So, what is my number 9? Number 9? Number 9?
Oh, don't.
It's Honey Don't from the Beatles from the Beatles for Sale album.
Oh, okay. We already kind of.
Carl Perkins cover, pretty good.
I like the Carl Perkins original, even though I'm not a Carl Perkins fan.
I'm a Carl Perkins fan, but I like when he does it on the Carl Perkins special that was in the 80s that George and Ringo are on. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that version a lot better, I think. Some of the, like, Beatles versions of the songs I'm not as big of a fan of. Like with Honey Doe, I prefer the later version. Not Ringo related, but Drive My Car. I don't like the Beatles version very much. I much prefer when Paul.
Oh, do you like the Rockers Against Drug Driving version?
Yes, I do.
That one's the last appearance of Harry Nilsson on film ever, and Ringo's in it.
How long was that taken before his death?
15 days.
Oh, Jesus. Wow. But what's your... So my number, what?
8. Number 8.
I'm gonna go with I Wanna Be Your Man.
I like that song a lot. It's a Beatles original that was given to the Stones. They played it up until 66, so they played it for a while.
Yeah. I always thought this was a ripoff of I Wanna Hold Your Hand when I first got Meet the Beatles. And
It's kind of similar. Isn't it on Meet the Beatles? And I Want to Hold Your Hands on Meet the Beatles, so it's like I want to hold your hand, I want to be your man. It's kind of similar. I never thought about that before.
Yeah, and I just kind of was like, and then it's really grown on me. I like the Stones version a lot, but I don't think it compares to the Beatles version.
Yeah. So my number 8 is What Goes On from Rubber Soul. It's Quarrymen's song. Ringo, he's kind of coming in on the Quarrymen stuff. I think the line Ringo said is they wouldn't let me finish it or whatever. But they had to come in.
Yeah.
And I think it's all right. So what's your number 7?
My number 7 is Boys. Great rocker, obviously, Pete.
Rocker from that Please Please Me record.
Yeah. It works better on Meet the Beatles, I feel. Or whatever.
It's on the VJ record.
Oh, yeah.
The early Beatles are introducing.
Yeah, but great song. It's not the greatest thing that they did, but I really do enjoy it. I really like that he doesn't he do that live now.
He does do that live. It's either Boys or I Want to Be Your Man. He'll do a song up on the drums.
Yeah, I would give anything to see him just scream this out in concert.
There's rehearsal footage. I don't know. This is a bit of a bootleg underground collector circle thing, but there's footage of the Roundheads doing Boys during a rehearsal that's like 140p, and man, I'd have loved to see them do it.
Yeah, that would be awesome. But what's your number 6? Or my number? Yeah, your 7.
My 7? So, it's I Want to Be Your Man.
Okay.
Stones song, Beatles song. Pretty good. It's a nice rocker. It kind of feels... I think it's kind of interesting. They were doing it in 66, and they had already recorded Revolver by that point. They had done like She Said, Tomorrow Never Knows, all those songs on Revolver, all these great songs, and they were still doing I Want to Be Your Man in the concerts.
Yeah, but they were almost done touring by that point, so they didn't need to do it.
They were probably tired of it, but if they had done I guess there wasn't really any other upbeat, powerful Ringo songs besides I Want to Be Your Man and Boys.
Right. So going to
Number 6.
my number 6 is Matchbox.
Matchbox.
I've always loved this. It was actually originally recorded as Matchbox Blues by Blind Man Jefferson in 1927. Reworked by 7 blues musicians, obviously. But the Beatles really influenced this because of the Carl Perkins recording, and
Yeah, the Beatles are big Carl Perkins fans. There's a line, I think George said, there would be no Beatles if Carl Perkins didn't exist.
Paul said that. I love that picture sleeve. I've always loved this song. It's always had a soft spot in my heart.
Yeah, there's an audio error going on right now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Just gives all an 8-bit Nintendo on us every couple seconds. So you want me to go to my number 6?
Yeah.
So, Act Naturally from this album, Help. This is not UK first press. If it was, that'd be worth a little more. This is a 87 press. So it says Parlophone and it says Capital.
That's weird.
It's an interesting curio. I think it's a Capital Swirl. Little rainbow.
Weird.
Yeah. It's got the original track listing and everything. And it still says Lizzie with the I and the E.
That's weird.
Yeah, so Act Naturally. They did it at Shea, which was pretty interesting.
That's my next choice too, interestingly enough.
So that's your number 5?
Yeah.
So Act Naturally, yeah. Pretty good song. It's a Beatles track, it's got that whole country flavor. He redid it with Buck Owens, and it was actually a decent hit.
Yeah, I like the Buck Owens original, but I've always had a soft spot for that Beatles version.
Yeah, in my opinion, the Beatles version's the best. The 89 version, it's a little too, it's a little weird. But Buck Owens actually gave Ringo a guitar after doing that video with him.
Yeah.
And he auctioned that off in 2015 to Julian's Auctions.
Yeah. Now going to track 5. My my number 4, I have Ringo's first original contribution. Don't Pass Me By.
Don't Make Me Cry, Don't Make Me Blue.
Yes. I love I'm sorry that I doubted you. You were so unfair. You were in a car crash and I lost your hair.
And you lost your hair. In the Storyteller's version from 98, after that line goes in, Mark Hudson screams, "Oh no," and I think is probably one of the worst cringy Ringo moments.
Yeah. It's just weird and fun. Dumb lyrics kind of thing, but it works.
So, we actually skipped my number 5.
Oh.
So my number 5, it's Octopus's Garden from this album, Abbey Road.
Sorry about that.
It's a pretty good song. I think it's a little just childish, and it's not that like deep lyrically. It's just a bit of a throwaway, but it's a fun song.
Yeah, Don't Pass Me By. I get why people don't like it.
I love Don't Pass Me By.
It's not the best song on the White Album.
Could be. It's within my top 5.
Oh Jesus.
I just like the White Album. It's all like just a little rougher, and I like Don't Pass Me By being a little more pushed. The mono version's all screwed up though, because it's all fast.
Yeah, I didn't care for what they did on the Giles Martin remix with that.
I've actually got a couple songs from the White Album mono on vinyl, but it's just from the Rarities album. They have a couple White Album mono songs like Helter Skelter and Don't Pass Me By, which is all I need.
I don't know why people don't like the mono version of the White Album.
I just think it's interesting. It's like they gave us another album. They gave us another version of it, an alternate mix, just something different to hear. You hear different things in that one.
Yeah, not unlike any other Beatles album that's mono or stereo.
Well, with the White Album, they specifically wanted to make it different between the mono and the stereo.
Yeah.
They supervised each mix instead of just the mono like they had done years before. So, your number 4 is
Pass Me By, which we already discussed.
So my number 4 is going back to this White Album. I wish this was an original pressing. It's from 2018. This is Good Night, the final song on that album. Well, we seem to be very much in sync here, Hudson.
It reminds me of some other show.
Yeah. So, it's a pretty good song. It's nice. It's got a bit of a... It's kind of bringing you down after Revolution 9. It's kind of putting you to sleep. It's a lullaby. It's nice. And John Lennon wrote it. So going over to number 3 from me, because Good Night was your number 3. So my number 3 is from this album, the greatest Beatle album of all time, Revolver. A song called Yellow Submarine. It's Ringo Starr's concert favorite. Gets all the kids jumping and dancing at his little shows. And I think it's good. It's not the best song on Revolver, but it lightens the mood of that album. And it's nice. It's a fun album. It's a fun song. It just kind of pushes up that album. What's your number 2?
My number 2, we skipped it. Yeah, my number 3. My number 2 is Submarine for all the reasons you said.
Oh man, we are just in sync today. It's just that. I know we have the same number 1 probably.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta go to my 2. My 2, Don't Pass Me By, Don't Make Me Cry, Don't Make Me Blue, classic. It's a good song. It's actually, if you listen to Live at the BBC, you can hear Ringo sing Don't Pass Me By, Don't Make Me Cry. You can hear him sing that one line. And it must have been he must have been working on that for 5 years. It's kind of the longest time someone takes to write a song.
Yeah. But my number 1.
Oh, wait, no, wait. Let's say it together.
3, 2, 1. What would you do if I sang out of tune? with a little help from my friends.
Would you stand up? What would you do if I sang out of tune? Would you stand up and throw tomatoes at me?
Yeah.
It's a classic. It always ends every concert. Best song.
Probably the second best song on that album.
There's a couple. I like Lovely Rita a lot. Fixing a Hole, Getting Better. There's a lot of good songs on Pepper. Mostly the Paul ones. Got that nice gatefold.
I'm not a big fan of Pepper anymore.
I don't have any of the cutouts on my copy of Pepper, sadly.
I have 2 copies of Pepper currently.
Same, I have a mono and a stereo. You probably have the stereo remix.
I just got that.
Really? Oh, yeah, you got the original on the day. I've done my research. You got the original on the day the remix came out.
And it was a mint copy. And it's very...
And you've beaten it to death with a stick. Not in good shape. So
Pepper again. And I liked it.
So yeah, would you like to just like plug the pod? Well, actually, let's just say something. There are a couple songs which I used to think when I was little were Ringo songs. So Carry That Weight and Flying. I used to think those were Ringo songs because those are songs where Ringo's very prevalent in the harmony.
Yeah.
So those are my honorable mentions.
Yeah. So I Know was also the Beatles. We are a video pod. But and Lucas was on for top 10 Ringo deep cuts, which was a lot of fun. You can find us YouTube and virtually any streaming platform, but do please subscribe to my YouTube page.
Yeah, subscribe to the Hudson Ranney YouTube channel. There's gonna be a lot of fun stuff on there, I bet, and some non-Beatles, maybe a little bit, you know.
We'll discuss that later. But
Yeah.
I've got a side project coming up.
Call me 1992, you know.
Yeah. But please subscribe to our YouTube page. If you want to email me, you can email me at iknowiknowpodcast@gmail.com. I have a website, and I have an Anchor page.
So before we drift away right now, not the Steven Tyler version. All right, I'd like to say on behalf of Ringo Rama, peace and love, peace and love. I'll see you in the next episode. We'll either be doing Goodnight Vienna, or I might just throw in another bonus episode because Goodnight Vienna, it'll be about a month. Okay, bye-bye. Peace and love, man.